Hey, what's going on? It is Paul Farmer. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 138. And today, I'm just going to get right to it. What I like to do on these is share my journey online by marketing since 2012, March 2012. Online, learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes. And what I like to do is do what I can to shorten the learning curve so you can start earning some extra income. Talk about mindset tips, marketing tips, and pretty much whatever else I believe will bring value to you. So here we go. So what I want to talk about today, and this is such an important topic, and this is something that I know for a fact. I know for a fact when you do it, it will change your circumstances. It will change your life for the better. Especially if you're not really getting many results, especially if you're not really making much money, it will change things for you. And what I'm talking about is when you're in a place where you're looking at whether or not you want to spend some money on an opportunity. In this case, I'm going to talk about a business opportunity because that's really what we're focused on here is earning from home, earning online. So the number one thing I see people do that are struggling, that are not getting the results they want to get, they're playing to lose. They're playing to lose. They're not playing to win. So let me just talk just about a few things here. Okay. So one, let's say you're trying to make a decision. All right. You have an opportunity here and the opportunity costs a certain amount and you're not really sure if you could afford that. Or maybe you can afford it, but you're afraid of losing the money, right? You're afraid of what's going to happen if you lose the money. So, for example, one of the things that I do, which is right below this video, click the link and it will take you into what I do. I've been earning full-time income with that for just about 2 years now. One of the things I do, I highly recommend people to start at a higher product level. So I recommend them start at either what's going to be called the platinum level or the master's level, okay, or the product. They're purchasing a product. And so if you start at the platinum level, you're going to spend just under $700 to start, okay? And what that's going to do is position you to earn $400 commissions, $100 commissions, and $20 residual income plus 50% match bonus. And there's some other bonuses in there as well. Okay, so right away, $400 commissions, those definitely add up. Over the weekend, I had one come in, actually. I had a $200 commission come in as well. So they really do add up. They really do matter. The other product level is the master's level. Let's call it master's level. And if you were to purchase all the products and position yourself to earn the very best, the very most, get the best training, that's going to cost just over $2,000. It's about $2,100. Okay. And if you bring in one customer that purchases all those products, now you're getting $1,520 is basically what you're getting. That's not including the bonuses. That's not including the residual income. So this is the thing. Okay. This is the biggest mistake I see people make. This is where they get tripped up. This is why they never really get out of the gate, really. They really just kind of stay in this place where they're just not making any money and they're stuck. They're basically stuck. And it's because they're playing to lose. They're playing to lose. So whether or not you want to work with me, that's beside the point. This is about you learning how to I'm going to give you a tip about how to decide whether or not you want to do something based on the money. Okay. So, and here's the tip. Ask yourself, I don't care what the amount is. If it's $2,000, if it's $100, if it's $500, it doesn't matter the amount. Ask yourself this question. What's the worst that could happen if I make this decision? If I spend this money, what's the worst that could happen? Are you going to be homeless? Is your wife going to divorce you? What's the worst that could happen? And if you answer, no, I'm not going to be homeless. No, my wife's not going to divorce me. Whatever worse it could be, then go for it, because on the flip side of that, what could happen? And I'll just tell you what could happen, right? So for me, I was playing to lose for a long time. Finally, I decided to play to win. I purchased at that time all of the products that were in the system below, the link I have below. I purchased all of them. I literally went from $50, making $50 or less a week, to making over $2,000 within a 3-week period of time. And that's in a week. Okay, that's a weekly pay. That's not a month. That's a week. This is fact. This is what happened. So what's the worst that could happen here? Okay, so I had to spend $497 for this product. Before that, I was at the lower levels, right? I was positioned to earn $100. I was positioned to earn $20 residual income. It didn't really excite me. It didn't really do much for me. I was like, well, that's not really going to change my life. It's not really going to do much for me. That's not going to get me very far ahead. So I just never really took it that seriously. I never really did much with it. But when I decided, okay, what's the worst that could happen? Well, I could lose some money. Okay. Am I going to be homeless? No. And I could say that because I've lost way, 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 way more than a measly $497. I lost way more, and I didn't have the money to lose either. Okay, so there was one time I paid for a service. It was a branding service. I'm gonna give you some stuff here because I know there's people watching this that are afraid of losing $50. They're afraid of losing $100. I lost $10,000. Actually, it was more like $13,000 if you add it all up. Okay, I literally lost it. And what's the worst that could happen? Well, it sucks. It's something that I have to pay back. But what came out of it is I don't have a fear of losing money like I did. I definitely don't. What's the worst that could happen? Am I homeless? No. Did my wife leave me? No. Have I made thousands and thousands and thousands online since? Yes. Right. So when you ask yourself that, what's the worst that could happen? And you're sitting here like, oh, wow, it's not that bad. Then you can make that decision. You can move forward. You can do something that's going to change your life, right? Whereas if you allow fear, if you're playing to lose, so if you're playing to stay small, then you don't make that decision. Then you look at it like, well, I can't afford that. I'm gonna be in debt or whatever, right? And you stay small instead of looking at the actual opportunity, what could happen, right? Instead, then that's where you're going to stay. You're going to stay small, See, there's other things I've done that where I lost money too. Like I hired a guy to coach me. The next day he disappeared. It's $2,500. I didn't have the money. I didn't have it. I did it anyway. What's the worst that can happen? The guy took off with my money. I'm still standing. Yes, it sucked. It sucked. I had another guy. I gave him $1,600 to do a service. He took off. Never paid me ever. Not once. Again, still standing. I've still gone on to earn a full-time income online. So these are worst case scenarios, right? These are things that this is what could go wrong. What went right though for me was when I went all in my business. I purchased at that time all of the products, even though I didn't have the money. I looked at what's the worst that could happen? Well, what's the worst that could happen is, well, now I owe some money on a credit card. I'm gonna have to pay that off for a while. I may not get the results I want. I don't know. There wasn't really a lot of downside, to be honest. What could happen? Well, I could create a full-time income with it. I could actually change my circumstances. So I want to encourage you to not play small. When you realize that you're making decisions based on what could happen, what could go wrong, I mean, just ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? If it's not that bad, if you're not going to be homeless, if your wife's not going to leave you, then it's probably not that bad. You could probably do it. I'm not talking like 30,000, 50,000. I'm talking smaller decisions. But for God's sake, you got to stop playing small. You got to stop playing to lose if you want to get ahead. If you want to stay small, you stay small. But you got to do some things that are going to scare you a little bit. It's going to make you nervous. But that's when the growth happens. That's when the bigger things happen. My wife and I, we did a video about a couple weeks ago, I think it was, where we actually talk about why this happens. Why, when you step into this decision, you make this decision, even though you don't know what's going to happen, that's when the big opportunities happen. But by playing small, you're staying small. You're guaranteed to stay small because you're not going to take the actions you need to take. You're not going to believe in it at all, so you won't take the actions. So the confidence isn't there. You won't take the actions. You won't get the results. I'm a living, breathing example of this. So I encourage you. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're doing. I know when you decide to work with me, what I teach you and what I highly, highly recommend is not starting small, not playing to lose. I teach you how to win. And if you want to win, you do what I teach you to do, and that's based on my own experience. That's based on basically every leader out there, what they're going to tell you to do. The opposite is, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm going to dip my toe in the water. I'm going to play small. I'm going to go ahead and see what happens, right? So, but that's some of the advice I got was, what's the worst that could happen? Ask yourself that. What's the worst that could happen? On the flip side of that, what could happen? What could be good about it, right? What is the opportunity? I guarantee you the opportunity is going to be way greater than what's the worst. Because let's just put this in context, okay? So let's say, I'll use a lower example. Let's say $700 on a credit card. You put $700 on a credit card, you could earn $400 commissions, $100 commissions, and $20 commissions, residual commissions, and not only that, you can earn matching bonus, okay? That's what I do, okay? The link below, that's what I do. If you want to do that, that's where you go. So right there, $520 customer, residual income, matching bonus, right there, you have that opportunity. How much is it going to cost you on a credit card to do that? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not telling you to go put it on a credit card, but it is an option. So you put it on a credit card. This is how I think, okay? Leverage. Put it on a credit card or find a way to get the money. Maybe take out a loan, maybe borrow some money from a friend and be like, hey, you know what? I'll pay you back. Whatever. Work out a deal. I don't know. But you find a way to get the money. Okay, I'll use a credit card, for example. So for $1,000, I think they charge you $20 a month, something like that. If you have $1,000 on a credit card, you get $20 minimum payment. So let's just say it's $20 a month. So you're concerned about having to pay $20 a month versus having the opportunity to earn $520 per customer. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It really doesn't, if you think about it like that. $20 to get ahead. So one sale, actually probably two sales. You got that thing paid for. It's done. And now you march on. Now you're in a position to start earning income that matters. Of course, you got to do some work. Of course, you got to learn some skills. Of course, you got to work on your mindset. I teach all that, by the way, in my VIP group. It's all there. I give you the exact blueprint, how I went from $50 to $2,000 within a 3-week period of time, $2,000 plus weekly pay. I give that away to you. I have my own private group. I give that to you for free. Like, you don't pay for it, So if you want it, it's there for the taking. It absolutely is. But that's my tip today. Look at what it is the worst thing, the absolute worst thing that can happen. Are you going to lose your house? I mean, I don't know. Chances are, if you're in that position and you're probably hungry. You're probably hungry. If you're in that position, you're hungry. You're going to do whatever the hell it takes to get ahead. I know that's what I would be doing. I know I've had my back against the wall many times before. Now, when you're there, I mean, you're hungry. You're going to do whatever the hell it takes. You're going to go reach out to as many people as you want. You're going to make videos. You're going to do whatever you got to do to get ahead. One of the best things you can do is position yourself to make the most money. Simple as that. Okay. And the quickest way to do that is make that decision and do it, and you can apply it to anything else. Okay. This is just for online marketing purposes today. All right. So hope you got value from that. If you'd like to learn more about what I do, go ahead and click on the link right below this video. It's a green check mark. Click on the link and go ahead and get started with that. And I'll see you on the next one. Make it a great day.